Well, N.A.R.P is an acronym from what I understand at least, and it stands for non-athletic regular person or people.
It means non-athletic regular person, I think.
My definition of N.A.R.P is a non-athletic regular person.
I think that term N.A.R.P is offensive to some people or a lot of people because it does group people together, and some people just don't want a label on themselves. Just like me being called an athlete, maybe I don't want to be defined as an athlete, so I just think it defines people when they don't want to be defined.
The term N.A.R.P is not offensive to me because I do consider myself an N.A.R.P, although I could see why it is offensive.
The term N.A.R.P is offensive to me depending on how it's used and who's using it and in what sense of the conversation, or, just depends. There can be a big gap between athletes and non-athletes. It's a small school, and I think because of that, people tend to stay in their groups a little bit more. But I definitely, I'm dating someone who played on a basketball team. I have good friends on the volleyball team. I have friends on other sporting teams as well. So it really just depends. I think there can be, but I also don't think that that's a blanket statement. Like, it's not good to overgeneralize. So there's a little bit of both.
So we've heard that word more as negative since we're a part of student athletic associations and stuff, but we're still not an actual athletic team at the school. We're just a club sport, and yeah, it usually comes with negative connotation.
The acronym does make it sound demeaning, but I know that acronym can be changed to other things like normal, average, regular people. There's other acronyms for it, but I could see it being demeaning, but I think the original purpose was not for it to be demeaning.
As a person who's on the dance team, we're in an awkward middle. So non-athletes think that we're athletes, but then athletes say that we're N.A.R.Ps.
Definitely N.A.R.P emphasizes that divide because you're grouping a certain people off, or if you're someone who isn't an athlete and you just generalize the athletes as well, you're grouping off that group of people.
Usually when an athlete refers to us as N.A.R.Ps, it also comes with a negative comment about how dance is an actual sport, we're not actual athletes because we're just dancers and cheerleaders. And we are an actual sport. It takes a lot of athletic ability to actually lift somebody up in the air, and you only have one of their feet. We have to uphold all the same standards as an athletic team, but we are not an athletic team at the school. And as a person that's in between on that, it's really frustrating to be referred to in a negative way from the community you're trying to be a part of. And guys, we just stand there and we freaking cheer you on, man. We're on your side. I don't understand why we all have to be mean to the cheer and dance team.
Yeah, I feel there is a divide between athletes and non-athletes here. I think it's just created by the students here. I don't really know what could be done to fix it.
I think there is a divide between athletes and non-athletes, but I think people think it's more severe than it actually is. I think we receive more than students that aren't athletes, but with the amount of work that we do put in, I feel like we do deserve a good amount of it. There's just a stigma on both ends. Certain student athletes feel a particular way about non-athletes and vice versa, and don't think it should be that way.